Hi guys, it's Sherry. Today we are going to be making green sea jasper, and in order to do that I need to have the right color green, and this is just too dark. So I am going to mix this with my white clay. So this is actually let's see, it just says green. I thought it would have a different name. Yeah, just green. So this is the green primo. And then this is the white primo. So to get the light color that I would like, I am going to start out with a little bit of the white. So like half the white of what I will be using with the green. So I'll just take one block and then I'm going to cut that in half. And then we will mix these two together. So I will run this through my pasta machine and see if we get the right color green with this. Okay, so this is the green that I got, which is beautiful, but I want a little bit more of a little bit more yellow in there. So I am just going to take a tiny, so if you roll this up, it's like a pea size of yellow. And then I am going to blend this as well into my pasta machine. So this is what I ended up with, which is exactly the color I am looking for. So my next step is, well, let's take off this dirty part, is I am going to roll this up into a ball. Now, remember, when you roll something through your pasta machine, it is going to be super soft when you are repeatedly doing it. So, when you are cutting this up, you're probably going to have to pull a lot of the pieces apart. So, I am going to roll this up into like a cylinder. And then I am just going to start slicing it up. And I want different sizes and different shapes. And I'm going to stop there because I will, once I add my mica powder, be able to cut this a little bit easier. When you add the mica powder, it puts like a good powder on so things can't stick to it. So just pull off what you got so far. And you see how it's sticking? And that's because you warmed up the clay so much. Run it through the pasta machine repeatedly. So just pull it apart the best that you can. And I don't mind some of them not being squared off. Like, you know, if you do it like a stone look, because that'll actually make it look really pretty. All right, so I got most of it pulled apart. And then I have my brown mica powder. And I'm just going to put a little bit there. And then I'll start kind of blending this together. And I'm going to try to get this coated real well. But you can see it's already not sticking. So I'm going to pull some of the bigger pieces off to the side because I want some large pieces. And then this little pile, I'm going to do like medium cuts. So I'll just cut this up a little bit smaller. And put that off to the side. And then this pile, I'm going to do really small. So I want different sizes in each one of my pile, or I want different sizes throughout my piece. So this will be extra small. All right, so now I'll add the rest of my mica powder. And then I'll make sure it's completely coated. Okay, next step is to get your white metallic paint. And then mix that up as well. Wear gloves if you don't want your fingers to get full of paint. And then I'm going to spread this out so it dries. And a little hint, or a little tip, I should say, if you want your paint to dry fast, like I would like, get your blow dryer and put it on the cool setting and just go over it. And that will dry your paint a lot faster than waiting the half hour to an hour for it to completely dry. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to run my blow dryer over this, and then we will be back. All right, so my pieces are now dried, and you can see that there's a lot of brown still showing through, and that is exactly what I want. I don't want it being too white, because in the photo, it's white and brown veins, which I really like. So now I'm going to get my liquid Sculpey, and this is just liquid clay. Let me mix this up. We are going to put our liquid clay on here. And then I will start mixing this to make sure that it all will stick together. And then I'm going to start pushing this all together here. And I want to make a block. All right, I'm going to let that set for about 5 minutes while I wash my hands, and then we'll come back, we'll slice it up, and then we'll add our alcohol ink. All right, so this has a few more minutes to kind of dry up. So we are going to get our base ready. And to do that, we're going to use some, this is the 18 karat gold Primo. I'm going to take half a block. And then I'm going to run this through my pasta machine at my 3rd thickest setting. And I always kind of mush it down to make it easier to go through my pasta machine, because you don't want to strain the motor. So just try to flatten it out if you're going to run clay through your motor. All right, so I'm going to use my dirtier side for the inside. And now let's start slicing this up. Look how beautiful that looks. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now just start placing them on your clay. Leave a little space around. Okay, the next thing I want to do is kind of just mush these with my finger. Kind of get them all blended well. I don't want to see too much of a seam. I'm going to get my wax paper. I'm just going to kind of rub that down with my palm to start. I don't want to really run this through my pasta machine, because then all these areas will kind of blow up and get distorted. So I want to kind of keep most of it small. So I'm going to flatten it out with my palm. And then all this could be kind of shaved off. So just carefully take your knife and just take off all that ugly part there. that kind of popped up. And you can see I'm just taking the very, very, very thin layer off. I'm not going deep at all. And some we could just sand off, but by doing this, you save a lot of time from having to sand. Just get rid of all that extra here. And that's why I tell you leave a little space, because you can see how it spreads out, and that way you have enough of your backing on there. Now, take your dotting tool and get the small, well, that's not even my smallest. I want my smallest one I have right here. Take the smallest one that you have, and then in just areas, just kind of push it down a bit. Real tight. Push down. We're going to make little, like, kind of concaves in here. And I'm just going to do this here and there. And I'm going to kind of go where it naturally looks like it wants to be. All right, now get your green grass alcohol ink, because we want a dark one. And then get your paintbrush and just put the tip in there and go right in. Let me soak that up. And just go right in those little concaves. Maybe I'll put one more here. Just kind of make a little line and follow the veins. I'm just going to follow my veins here. All right, and we'll stop there. It's going to kind of soak up any of the extra alcohol ink. Then I am going to start cutting my pieces out, and I really like that one there. So I definitely want to incorporate that. I'm going to put that like right by the edge. Okay, and now I just have a little tiny turtle cutter that I thought was adorable, so I want to kind of make just a couple studs using the turtle just to use up some of this clay, because I knew I would have some left over. First, I think I will make these into earrings. So let me just get 2 more of these. Okay, so now I'm going to put all my little turtles off to the side because we're not focusing on those. But I will say, look how adorable they look. So cute. Those are going to make wonderful studs. Okay, so now let's pull these up. And I want to just smooth out my edges. And I'm going to take this tool. It looks like almost like a, I don't know, broom kind of thing. It's a scratcher is what I call it. And I am just going to scratch the back of this clay. And we're going to give it a nice gold look, like a gold finish look. And then I have my bronze and my golden mica powder. And we'll start with the bronze. And I am just going to, let me just soften this up. Just going to kind of nicely go over. We're not going to do the whole thing in bronze, just areas. And now I need to try to figure out how exactly I want to place this piece. And I have a general idea how I want this to stay together. And I'm thinking something, I want to go completely out of the box on this one. I just go real kind of wonky on it. Okay, so this is how I'm going to do my necklace piece, and then my earrings will be dangles. So I'm going to put my hole in my earrings right away. And I'm just going right in the middle. Don't go too close to the edge because you do not want to break through it. And then this one, I'm going to just put some liquid adhesive right on there. I'm going to get my toothpick. Get my small one here. And then I am just going to put liquid clay right on there. And that'll help hold my piece together. And then this one, I'm just going to put a little bit right here, but I have a feeling I am going to have to do something else with this. But I may not have to. I may have to put a jump ring in, but I'm going to try to avoid that if I can. And maybe a little bit on this one as well. So put that right on the edge. And then this will kind of secure it all together. All right, so to hang it, I am actually going to hang a chain right off of here. So I'm going to put my hole in right away. And then I'll hang a chain right off the side, well, kind of more the middle here, because you don't want that much pressure on such a tiny area. And those will be my holes for my chain. So now we will put this in the oven at 275 for a half hour, and then we'll come back. And here they are. Look how gorgeous everything is. I ended up putting everything together for you guys. Here are the earrings. I mean, look how beautiful these are. They came out so nice. I am super stoked about this. And the backs are beautiful as well. The necklace is really unique and fun, and I really am pleased with it. The only thing I would do different is I would do a solid sheet of gold here, and then I would cut around it just because I don't like the green showing here. But other than that, it is just beautiful. And then our little turtles. These are fun. I love them. The color is great. These will become studs. I just ordered the backs so I can finish them up. But look at the color of that. How beautiful. So the brown mica and the white mixed together is just stunning. You can really see the veins throughout this piece. I think the dark green is a nice little highlight in different areas. You can see the dark green up here. I want to incorporate the dark green in all of them. This one, I kind of sanded off most of it, but I am really, really happy with the results of this. I really think this came out looking like the picture of this green sea jasper. And if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.